Hi Capricorn, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your monthly reading for December. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I am going to start with your current energy, Capricorn, and then we're going to look at the month of December week by week all the way up to the end of December. As always, don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you, but do keep in mind that this is going several weeks into the future, so it is predictive. Spirit, what would you like Capricorn to know for December? All right, Capricorn, you are starting out with the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, and it is crossed by the Strength card. So you're feeling pretty strongly here that something is not working out. You're being very courageous. You're no longer putting effort into something. Let me see what's happened here in the past. All right, in the past, we have the 7 of Wands reversed. Whatever the situation is, it made you feel rather powerless, and I feel like you're avoiding somebody now. You're not putting any effort in because you're trying to avoid conflict. Why is all this happening? Well, you have Temperance in the reverse. It's not an equal, relationship, and it's caused a lot of turmoil in your life. I do feel like you're working on yourself, though. You're not putting the effort into this connection or whatever this was that was making you powerless or feel powerless. You're not powerless. You're actually very strong. But I do feel that you're not putting any effort into that situation, but you are putting the effort into self. Now, what's on your mind is the Devil in reverse. You're not feeling your strongest here, but you're also thinking that you don't want to deal with something here that is toxic. Yeah, so whatever this was toxic. It wasn't balanced, and it's left you needing to heal yourself, and I do see you doing that. Show me December for Capricorn. All right, we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. You could have been dealing with a player, or there could be somebody here that you're no longer talking to or putting any effort into talking with. Show me how Capricorn is showing up in this reading. 3 of Wands in the reverse. You're tired of waiting about something. Yeah, you're feeling like this is not where your future is, and you're tired of having to wait. Show me the energy coming towards Capricorn. Show me the energy coming towards Capricorn. 10 of Swords. So somebody feels betrayed. Somebody feels like this has been a very painful ending. All right, so let me see Spirit's advice. Or it could be somebody who has gone through a very painful ending themselves. Spirit's advice, we have the 7 of Pentacles. Spirit is saying be patient and invest in self. In your outcome, you have the King of Cups. That's love. Yeah, that's opening your heart up to love. It could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer that you may meet, but that's definitely love. So that's good energy there. Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Cups in the reverse. Now that's underlying energy, Capricorn, and it does indicate that things here didn't go the way you wanted them to or the way you thought they would. And it looks like you're not getting your wish fulfillment. I see that you're tired of waiting for wish fulfillment to come in. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the 8 of Pentacles in reverse? All right, so the Fool in reverse, you don't want to take a leap of faith with somebody. You don't want to take a risk. You don't want to invest in this. There could have been a false start with this person. Yeah, so you're finding the courage here to end a cycle. You're closing out this cycle. I feel like you had a false new start with this person and it didn't work out. So now you're closing out this cycle. But it's taken a lot for you to get there, to do that. Why is the 7 of Wands in reverse? All right, so we have the 8 of Wands and we have the Sun in reverse. I feel like you had a conversation with this person, Capricorn, and it was a back and forth conversation. And by the time this conversation ended, you felt like you didn't even know which way you were moving. There was a sense of powerlessness. There was a sense of, feeling unhappy. And at some point you were just like, I don't even know what we were arguing about. I'm just done with this. I'm not going to put any more effort into this. But it has also made you fearful of taking a risk with others as well. Let me see why Temperance is in reverse. Show me why Temperance is in reverse for Capricorn. The Chariot in reverse and the Six of Wands reverse. You felt like this was an unsuccessful connection, but you felt stuck in it. You felt like it, you know, there was nothing you said or did could heal this. And there was a sense of helplessness about that. But you felt stuck. You weren't sure which direction to go, what to do, how to resolve this, how to heal this. And so I feel like you just felt mired down and stuck in this situation. At some point, I feel like you just felt hopeless. Let me see. Show me why the Devil is in reverse for Capricorn. All right, so we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Ten of Wands. Okay, so you're thinking about something here that is deceptive. So I don't know if this person was deceptive with you and that was the problem, because I feel like you feel overwhelmed. You feel overwhelmed. You feel like these are insurmountable problems. So for some of you, you're thinking about sneaking out of this connection. But you don't want to do something that is toxic at the same time. So some of you may be coming to terms with your own past here. Maybe you've had a habit of utilizing deception in order to, you know, avoid problems. Or maybe your deception has created problems, or maybe it's someone else's, but there's deception here that's created a lot of problems. And I see that you want to do things on the up and up. You don't want to, you know, delve in toxic behaviors, either your own or someone else's. So let me look at December for you. Show me December for Capricorn. Show me December for Capricorn. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of hectic energy in the month of December because a lot of energy was flying. All right, so we have the Four of Swords. We have the Seven of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. Very nice. All right. Four of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Cups reversed. Nine of Cups. Now, underlying energy, it's in the reverse. So somehow you're going to reverse that, which is good. The Star card reversed. There's that hopelessness. And the High Priestess in reverse. All right, so let's talk Capricorn. All right, so I do feel like going into the month of December, there's somebody here that you're not talking with. You're not putting any effort into this. You've pulled back. You're very silent. And you're trying to kind of take a break, heal your energy, get yourself together. Figure out, you know, if you're going to have to fight this person or fight with this person, you want to be empowered in doing it. So you're being very patient. I feel like you're pulled back in your energy. You may feel this person is a player, or they could be accusing you of being a player, and take it as it resonates. But you've pulled back your energy and you're being very patient. You're staying silent. You're being very patient. You are a bit defensive though. You are. And I do feel like it's because of an argument or an altercation that you've had with somebody. So now you're kind of pulled back and you're just kind of waiting to see what that person's going to do. Because I feel like they're very up in arms here. So you're waiting to see, is this person going to balance this out? Are they not? Is this person going to give an equal give and take? You know, what are they going to do, right? In the second week of December, I see you investing a lot of time and resources into family or close friends. Be careful because financially you might overextend yourself. You know, this is the holiday season and I'm seeing somebody who is, you know, overbuying for family or friends. So just be careful with your finances in the month of December because there could be an unexpected loss in the middle of the month. But I do see you investing in the second week of December. I see you investing a lot of time into family or close friends. I also feel like you're investing in long-term relationships here, and you're trying to release and let go of things that, you know, may have been weighing you down. You're letting go of grudges. You're in this very patient energy where you're trying to really and truly be a better person, and I admire you for that. In the third week, I feel like somebody that wants to be with you, you're refusing them. This is somebody that you're releasing, you're letting them go. You may have been holding on to them for quite some time, but I see you kind of like pulling your energy back, not really extending yourself emotionally to this person, and more or less focusing on what it is that you want in life. This is a situation that you may have realized is hopeless. It's not going to go anywhere. And so I do feel like you're kind of pulling back. You're not really giving your feelings and emotions in this situation. Now, in the third week of December, you do have a wish fulfillment coming in. Yeah, I do see that. It's a wish fulfillment, something that you had given up on, something that you thought was hopeless. But whatever this was, you had some pretty deep emotions about it. I do feel like for some of you, this is an Aquarius or a Scorpio, but it doesn't have to be. Whatever the situation here, you've got wish fulfillment coming in the fourth week of December. And I do feel like it's coming about through either a realization, or it could be coming about because of something being revealed here. Yeah. But it's a situation you had given up on. Let me see how you're showing up in this reading. Show me how Capricorn is showing up in this reading. Knight of Pentacles, the Emperor in reverse, and Temperance. Okay, so you're showing up here as being a little bit impatient, Capricorn. There's a sense of impatience. There's a sense of trying to control a situation that literally is being controlled by spirit, okay? But you're trying to push an agenda or push something forward here. So, you know, there's, I do find that by the end of the month, you kind of balance that out. Your feelings and emotions become more balanced. There's healing that's taking place here by the end of the month. But particularly in the third week, I feel like you're kind of, there's this energy of, I have to control this situation because it's out of control. It's something that has slowly been moving into this out of control energy. And whatever this is, you're kind of tired of dealing with it. I feel like this is something you're trying to move forward from and heal from. So let me see the energy coming towards Capricorn in December. Oh, look at that. There's that King of Cups. So we know that at the end of the month, your outcome also has the King of Cups. Interesting. All right, so we have the King of Cups. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Eight of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. So I'm seeing a couple different energies here. All right, I do see somebody that you have had a very painful ending with. This person feels betrayed. This person feels betrayed because they feel like you may be walking away from them to move towards someone new. This person is definitely in love with you, and this person wants to reconcile with you. So I do feel like this is someone who feels betrayed. Now, I'm also seeing this new person here in your energy. They could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but they don't have to be. This is somebody who you may have dated. It could have been very casual, and then you walked away from this, or they probably walked away from the connection. But this is somebody that I do feel may reach out to you, and they do want to talk to you. They walked away from this connection. It looks like a casual dating type of situation, but they did have some feelings here, and there was something that happened when this ended between the two of you. They might want to come back into your energy. So I am seeing two different people, one from the past and somebody new from the, somebody newer here. You do have a history with both, it looks like, though. Let me see what Spirit's advice is. Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? All right, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. We have the Four of Wands, King of Wands, and the Hierophant. So Spirit is saying you have to be very patient in a situation. It could be a situation that involves marriage or a long-term relationship. There is a commitment that's here. Spirit is saying you're not on the same page with this person. Watch and see what they do or don't do. There is also a sense here that you need to consult somebody that you feel is qualified to, give you wise advice, a trusted friend, a spiritual leader, perhaps even an elderly person. But there's a sense here of needing to consult a trusted force before you take action. And by action, I mean investing in something here. But there's a deep need for patience with regard to a marriage or a long-term commitment because you are not on the same page with this person. There's a need for advice in the situation. All right, so let me see your outcome. Show me the outcome between our for Capricorn at the end of December. It's weird. Your cards feel like they're just stuck, like I'm doing it through mud. All right, so we have the Hangman in reverse, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Five of Swords reversed. So somebody you've been in conflict with, you may have been waiting to end that conflict. That conflict is ending. The wait is over. Whatever you've been waiting for, that wait is over. And I do feel like there's been a lot of conflict here. You're either avoiding conflict or you're coming out of it. But here's the good news. What is the wait over for? Well, you have love and passion coming in here by the end of December. I love that. Yeah, so the wait is over, Capricorn. The wait is over. Don't try to control the situation. Just move steadily towards what it is that you want, what you're being guided towards. All right, so the bottom of the deck is Three of Coins in the reverse. This is underlying energy, and it does indicate that, well, a couple of things. It indicates the dissolution of a foundation. Some sort of foundation is dissolving, which I do feel like, you didn't particularly want that, but your wish fulfillment was not contained within that foundation. And it also shows me that if you want to get what it is that you want, you have to be cooperative in the process. So let me pull an oracle card, and we'll see if there's any further advice. Pulling for Capricorn. Yeah, that's your wish fulfillment that's coming in at the end of the month here. When you have this wish fulfillment, the final week of December, that's where we're seeing this love and passion. All right, so you have number 2, and that is acceptance. So give me a second, and I will read that for you. I think Virgo had that card as well. So if you're involved with a Virgo or you have Virgo placements, you might want to check that reading. It says, accepting what is a powerful way to step into your own creative force and be a part of what will be. For change is weaving its way within the world of the Kitsune, and while there is sadness at the fading of one season, there is a sense of gratitude for all that has been. Instead of lamenting deeply, this Kitsune shows us how to gracefully open our hands and let go of what now must pass. This passing is not forever, it is simply for a time. But we are reminded with this card to allow whatever needs to leave now to go, and to stay within the moment of change and appreciate its gifts. Sense the change all about you and allow yourself to become a part of the change, to be gracious and graceful in the acceptance, which is no passive thing, no weakness, and truly not so much a surrender as an acknowledgement of the passing. It is presence and recognition and allowance. This card can be of assistance to those of you who are unable to see the blessings and gifts within the transition, and to those of you who are rushing through the change, hoping that rushing will help you cope. Take your time to savor the passing, just as this Kitsune is admiring and immersing themselves in the gifts of the autumn maples. Know that the acceptance of this impermanence brings a deep and lasting sweetness, a beauty that can uplift and strengthen you, and a place where you can now decide what it is you will change within yourself to match the change all around you. Take time to make adjustments to your own self, explore yourself, and know what it is that can be enhanced and what can be left behind. There is a harvest to come at the end of this letting go, and the harvest will grant you abundance according to the depth of your own willingness to embrace the cyclic nature of this heavenly life upon earth. So you're in a period of transition, Capricorn, but by the end of the month, what it is that you're hoping and dreaming for, it's coming in. You're getting that wish fulfillment. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you. If you have resonated with this reading, Capricorn, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. Hit the hype button if you have the opportunity. And until I see you in your next reading, Capricorn, know that you are loved, and namaste.